Not sure if I had my audio on there, so hopefully wasn't live this whole time without any audio. But just in case I was, welcome to the channel. Looking at a couple of different tornado warnings in Mississippi here. Just going over everything again. We do have this one here that's already been on this track of this line right here. It went through Rolling Fork, Chula. I think there was another Rolling Fork, Silver City, Chula, and Winona. It's definitely hit there. And then there's another, I'm curious about this too back here. But this is the main tornadic part right here that's been doing damage. We switch over to CC. It looks like it might be either dissipating or spreading out, which is good. We can put it in motion here. As you can see, this is where the tornado was. It's throwing debris out. And yeah, so just keeping an eye on everything here. This one up here by Baldwin and Guntown. Definitely still have some strong velocity and wind in here for sure. This could just be straight line winds, in this area, pushing this way big time. But regardless, definitely take your precautions and keep an eye out for that. Got a lot of rain coming through these areas again. These storms are moving very, very quick. Gotta keep an eye out for that. So this is I hope it's okay I read this. I mean, I just want to get this out because it's something that I would want to know if I had family there. But this is from Storm Chaser Adam Lucio, however you pronounce that, Lucio maybe. Sorry if I'm butchering that, Adam. Chelsea here, I'm assuming that's his wife or somebody, girlfriend, wife. Chelsea here, I just got a phone call from Adam. Everyone is good. Stephen Jones, Ben McCone, and Micah Hart included. They are deep in search and rescue in Rolling Fork, Mississippi. The town is, in quotes, is flattened, per Adam, and he just reunited a woman with her brother after she was pulled out from under her house with her dogs. Man, that just gave me like absolute chills, and he lost track of the other guys, but is back at their vehicle waiting for their return. Zero cell service, but he was able to squeak out a call after trying to text for 15 minutes. Please keep these guys and everyone else in the path of these storms tonight in your thoughts. It's a bad situation. Another commenter says, Silver City destruction, and I'm hearing Winona may have just taken a hit. Yeah, so it seems like this storm that's kind of rolling through the towns of Rolling Hills, or is it Rolling Hills? Let me scroll in here again. It started down here by Rolling Fork, Silver City. So Rolling Fork is the town that we were just discussing. You can see this thing has moved on quite a ways past that. Like I said, this thing is moving at 50 miles an hour. Oh, 65 miles an hour now, it says. Confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Lodi, moving northeast at 65 miles an hour. That is extremely fast for a tornado. But this tornado this storm has had a history of a tornado or multiple tornadoes that have taken out Rolling Fork, Silver City. It hit part of Chula, and then I believe it just hit Winona. And so in the morning, don't be surprised if you see those towns in the pictures and videos that come in of search and rescue happening in those towns. Probably a lot of houses and trees and buildings either flattened or at least partially destroyed by these tornadoes. Like I said earlier, this is definitely not a good situation to be in. Worst part of storm reporting is these types of nights where you have nocturnal, large, dangerous tornadoes causing havoc on people's lives, you know. So just taking a look at everything here again. Let's see what the latest on the. Might still have something down here kind of coming towards Walt Hill. I believe this was going. I think if we go back, yeah, the actual rotation should be up here by State Springs. I don't show a pronounced debris ball anymore, which is good. So get the velocity. So here's where if we go to the last scan, here's where it almost looks like the rotation is, I'm not saying it's weakening, but it's broader. You can see there's nothing like super close. If we go back, I wish I could go back more. This is tighter. You need these couplets to be tight for a tornado to be on the ground. If you're new to weather or don't know what this is, just right over your head, or just try to simplify things and help you understand. This is a radar feature called Super Res Storm Relative Velocity. Velocity is just rotation in the storm, and like how it's, you know, a tornado obviously twists and turns when it's coming down to the atmosphere, and so these storms are spinning and rotating, and the velocity radar is just simply monitoring that or showing us where the rotation is at this time. So your greens, I believe, are going towards the radar, and reds are going away from the radar, I believe. And so you would have a rotation in this area, and that's what this this velocity is kind of telling us. So if you look back through here, you can see both reds and greens kind of come together. You have some really bright reds there, some brighter greens down here. And then we can switch over to our correlation coefficient, and we can put that in motion. And you can see when the storm was back here, it was throwing up debris. This is kind of a debris ball. We had a really pronounced one down here by Winona earlier. I might be able to, let's see if I can, I can change this to have more frames. Oh, maybe I can't. Well, on Radar Omega, I know I can. So if we go back more frames and go to the correlation coefficient, bounce this out a little bit, put this in motion. So you can see might be able to see the whole. Here it is. So we might be able to track this all the way back, actually. If we go down here, you might be able to see the tornado down here. So it's right there for sure. I wish I could take this frame by frame like I can on. That's how it goes. So I can't change this to more frames. Anyways. Well, let's go ahead and take a look here real quick and see what the lip. Okay, so we have one tornado warning that's expired. Is this a new tornado warning? Kind of, I think we have an extension, kind of. Okay, so this one up here is still going. And big time hook on this. Got all this energy kind of swooping in there. That looks like something right there. Yeah, see, if there's a tornado in here, it's very rain wrapped. So if you're in Raiden, Tishomingo, Belmont, Golden, Marietta, definitely be in your safe spaces. Keep an eye on the weather. Have your plan ready. Back down here, you still have some strong rotation. I don't know if this is on the ground anymore, or maybe it's just in a more rural area. But it doesn't even have. I'm not saying this isn't strong winds, but it doesn't look as tight of a couplet anymore as it was earlier. So that's good news. But these same areas are all getting hit by rain as well. Chula kind of went close to here. It went through Winona. Winona's probably in search and rescue mode right now. So definitely prayers and thoughts go out to all these people that are being affected by these storms really, really badly right now. Let's go ahead and check out Twitter again. Let's see. Let's go with latest. So this is James Spann, who's a big-time meteorologist in the Tuscaloosa area in Alabama. I like that guy. Glad I wasn't the only one seeing 2 rotations there, so that's good. See, same thing, so that's good. Extensive damage path in Rolling Forks. You see Reed with some damage back there. Data after remembering PDS, it's categorized enhanced warning after more. Quite long-term issues with super outbreak in 2011. Kind of looking the same there, I think. Not seeing anything on the ground unless. Is that something up there? It could be something way up there. I don't think so. I wonder if this is cycling. That would not be good for these towns out in front of it if it is. And we'll see what happens. Kind of waiting for a new scan to come in. A lot of straight line winds coming out of this, I believe. I think that's all just wind and hail and energy out in front here, but pretty big pronounced hook on this, you know. A lot of rain and hail up in here. Look at that. Big hail core. I would not want to be driving in that area with a new car or windshield right now. That would not be good. Not be good. So. No bueno. Looking at some pictures of the damage in Rolling Fork, Mississippi. Definitely not looking good. And there's a picture of the tornado. Pretty big one. Try and see if I can find anything else on it real quick here. Here's some more damage pictures, yeah. Looks really bad. It almost looks like the whole town might have been wiped out. But these are just night pictures, it's hard to tell. But definitely not looking good. Prayers go out to the towns and the families of the victims. It's got to be super, super hard losing everything. Can't even imagine. Not looking good, my friends. Okay, let's see here. Still looks pretty broad. There's 3 different counties here now with warnings in this area. This stuff could still turn into something. I mean, this is broad rotation back here between Kilmichael and Duck Hill, kind of. I think the main rotation that caused the damage earlier is up here. It does seem to be broader. I don't know if it's on the ground anymore. Hard to tell. But earlier you could definitely tell it was causing a very large debris ball. So let's just go over the warnings here. We've got tornado warning in Montgomery and Webster County that expires in 7 minutes. Tornado warning in Clay and Webster County in Mississippi that expires in 52 minutes. And another tornado warning for Itawamba, Lee, and Prentiss counties in Mississippi also that expires in 36 minutes. And also another tornado warning for Calhoun, Chickasaw, and Monroe counties in Mississippi that expire in 21 minutes. So we definitely still have some timing on this. So this one is the one, let's see. So this one is for Itawamba, Lee, and Prentiss. Definitely have some strong winds pushing out here. Here we get a kind of a bow echo in here. Got all this wind, rain, and hail. And like I said, if we go to the vertically integrated liquid, these are just big hail cores. It's a lot of, this is probably a really strong and high storm, if I had to guess. Very strong and lifted storm. It's got strong updrafts, which is causing the hail. And it does still have some velocity and some vorticity in it. And, like I said, a lot of these areas are getting pummeled with rain over and over again in the same areas. So we're definitely going to have some flash flooding. And so I have a flash flooding warning over here by Memphis, down by Oxford here. Actually, this is Oxford and just north of Tupelo, between Corinth and Tupelo. Okay, so then we look down here again. Houston, we got a problem. Pretty bright right there. That's some strong winds. This coupler right here is coming together. That's not looking good right there, if you ask me. So you could still have 2 different areas of rotation in here. Maybe a couple more that are kind of weaker, broader. More broad, is that the right terminology? You got to do gooder. Got to do gooder. Zach Hall, who's a storm chaser, I believe, just said the damage in Rolling Fork, Mississippi is bad, capital BAD. People are trapped and we need help here. That's the thing about tornadoes, man, is they can throw debris in roads so that emergency crews and other people can't get into town. Can cause out, power outages, flooding, entrapments, all kinds of damage. Just not a good situation. So my prayers and thoughts are out to everybody involved out there. Definitely a huge thank you. I don't even think those words are good enough for the people that are there helping. Think about a storm chaser. That's their main goal is to storm chase, and they run into a situation where a town has been hit by a large tornado, and they have to go into search and rescue mode in operation. And a lot of them take classes on search and rescue, and some of them are even EMTs or have prior experience in the military, or just taking classes on it and being certified. And they want to be there to help these people they need help in their darkest moments, So definitely a big thanks and, appreciative shout out to all those people. And especially if what I said earlier was true, where there might've been a storm chaser that was affected by the storm and had to be taken to the hospital. It's never easy I should say I've never even been in that situation, but I can imagine that it's not easy to focus on different things when you have, those things running through your mind. And this looks like it's straight line winds again, kind of pushing out. A lot of energy in there, just pushing out. Like my drawings. So I think maybe this warning is about to expire. This still looks like a straight line wind thing in here as well. Sometimes when you get these little hooks right in here, you can get like if this was right here next to this and there were a couplet, you could get some spin ups in there. Sometimes that happens. But it's going to be rain wrapped, like I said. You're in here, and a very strong radar. A lot of heavy rain, wind, and hail in here as well. Flash flooding back here. All these areas are just going to keep getting rain tracked over the same areas pretty much all night, I believe. So that one did expire back here. Definitely still have some areas to watch out for in here right now, but I don't believe, doesn't look to me like anything's on the ground right now, which is a good sign. Could be getting into the time of the night where the tornado threat kind of winds down, hopefully. especially after what's happened already. Obviously, we don't want that to keep going. Oh, another tornado warning just dropped off. So this could turn into just a rain, wind, and hail threat, especially if it gets into a linear mode. Sometimes that's what happens is it becomes more of a wind and rain and hail threat. I mean, you even got stuff all the way up here, man, up into Tennessee, Dawson Springs. That's a town that got hit by the Mayfield. Yeah, here's Mayfield right here. That tornado that went through Mayfield went up and hit Dawson Springs as well. Just leveled that town. But there's some change to a radar up here. Oh, look at all that rain. Holy smokes. No wonder there's flash flooding. That's a lot of rain. Probably just tracking over that whole area for hours and hours and hours. But yeah, down in here you have kind of a straight line wind bow echo again. Right in here. Kind of a comma. This is all pushing out. Okay, let's take a look here. So kind of the same stuff here. I'm going to keep this in loop. You guys keep an eye on it. I'm going to step away. Be right back. I think this is a new flash flood warning for the area that these storms have been going over here that just went through Winona and Eupora. And they just changed this tornado box down here. This is almost not needed probably down here. Main tornado threat's probably up in here. Definitely broadening out. You can see how even in this last, it was bright down here. You might add a little bit down here, but definitely broadening out, which is a good sign. Could be turning into like a linear thing here. More of a wind threat, but that's good news because we do not want any more tornado damage throughout the night. Definitely a lot of flooding and rain, wind and hail damage is still expected. Check this storm up here by Tishomingo. Still has some rotation up here. Still looks pretty broad and just probably some heavy winds. Have kind of this line here pushing this way. A lot of heavy rain up in there still. So just to go over everything, we got flash flood warnings for Carroll, Montgomery, Webster, DeSoto, Shelby, and Mississippi and Tennessee, Lafayette, Panola, Tallahatchie, and Valabusha in Mississippi, and Lafayette, Marshall, Ponak, Parentis, Tippah, and Union in Mississippi as well. Severe thunderstorm warning in Tennessee. We have Cheatham, Dixon, Hickman, Lewis, Montgomery, and Robertson. Clarksville, Tennessee. You can see you got some pretty heavy rain and wind up in this area. Very strong. Look at this linear. Very strong winds, even in this right here. So we take a look at the warning. 60 mile an hour wind gusts. It's moving northeast at 50 miles an hour. These storms are moving very quickly. Very, very quickly. So you have storms up here. You have all this rain up here. I believe this is Evansville, Illinois. A lot of rain. A lot of rain. A lot of these places are probably going to see some pretty bad flooding. Is this a new tornado warning? I think it is. So we have a tornado warning for Lauderdale County in northwestern Alabama. Yeah, I don't think we've had a tornado warning in Alabama yet. Northwestern Colbert County in northwestern Alabama until 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 10:19 Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Midway or near Tishomingo State Park, moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. That is insane. So there's Tishomingo. So the rotation is probably down in this area. Down in here. And moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. So storm will be Cherokee around 10:35, Florence around 10:50, St. Florian and Underwood, Petersville around 10:55. Other locations impacted include Maloney, Posey Loop, Northwest Alabama Regional Airport, Mount Hester, Owlsboro, Maud, Wright, Barton, Oakland, and Red Rock. Take cover. Take your proper precautions. If I had to guess, this little spot right here is probably where the tornado would be if there was one in here. Because this is kind of like an inflow band, and you kind of have a hook right in here. And that hook just seems to dissipate right there, kind of. I mean, it's still kind of in, you can still kind of see it right here, but new radar loop just came in. Just looks like some strong winds in my opinion so far. This could be something up here too. But as we said, new tornado warnings for if you're in Cherokee, Gravel Spring, Sheffield, Muscle, Shoals, Tuscumba, Florence, anywhere out there. Keep an eye out. Carl. What you doing, Carl? If you come into the stream, just want to encourage you to like it. If you like it, subscribe it. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be trying to go live more during the storm season when there's tornado warnings and severe weather to report on. I want to keep everybody weather aware on what's going on in the world when I can. I want to grow the channel so we can get more people, get the weather information out to more people faster. Looks like this morning probably will expire. But this is the one that had the big tornado on it earlier, so down here by Winona, so you can see how far it's tracked already up by Houston and Woodland. Should be allowed to expire, it looks like, at least according to the rotation here. I don't see anything too crazy. I don't think this is anything. I think this is just radar goofiness. You can see the purples and stuff. Sometimes when you get close to the radar, it can get a little jacked up, you know. So we will see if this goes away here soon, this red polygon. And then we'll just have these left over. Like I said, the tornado probability may be winding down a little bit, and it may just turn into more of a linear storm mode and rain, wind, and hail event. Like I said earlier, that's the bad thing about like these, like Winona was hit by a tornado earlier. Some of these places like Silver City, Chula, Rolling Fork, it looks like it might be dry there right now, but there's, you know, some weather back here that could be coming through. Obviously, it's not good to just keep getting hit with rain and all that stuff. So it's interesting how they highlight this one down here. This little box expires in 30 minutes. That looks like it could be something right there. Yeah, that right there is not looking good, folks. So now we're just down to 2 tornado warnings. I think this is why they've kept this one in here. Might just still have a little bit of broad rotation. A lot of wind. But you have this little bit of a hook right here too. Could be something right in there. Something to keep an eye on, because It almost looks like you have a supercell kind of embedded in this line. This could be the hook. This is the big supercell with rain down to the hook again. Kind of looks like a whale, doesn't it? If you turn this sideways, here's the tail. Here's the whale with its fin. We're going to name this one Timmy the Whale. This whole storm's name is Timmy. If you're a Gonzaga fan, Drew Timmy, there it is. We'll even give him a little mustache. Boom. Mustache right there. Looks like a stick figure with me and my drawings. All right, let's take a look up here again. That's not looking good right there. This looks like it could be a tornado. I don't think the velocity is updated yet, but this, if there was a tornado, I would say it's probably right in here. Kind of have a little bit of a hook right here. Tornado in there probably. You can call this the bear's cage if you want, or this. Let's wait for the next velocity. I don't know what that is. Okay, so there's a new scan, I think. Yeah, so if it was a new thing, it'd probably be like right in here. I thought it was going to be in here, but I think that's just part of the storm. But you can see how if it wasn't here by Cherokee, that would definitely be rain wraps. So if you're anywhere in this area, keep an eye out. Take your proper precautions if you're out in Sheffield, Muscle Shoals, Florence, St. Florian, Gravelly Springs, anywhere out here. Take your proper precautions. Keep an eye on the weather. This one down here. A lot of wind up there, looks like. So we got 3 thunderstorm warnings. We have one in Kentucky now, too. Oops. For Todd County, Trenton, Elkton, Guthrie, Louisville, Russellville, Peterville, Nashville, Murfreesboro, Franklin, Spring Hill, Columbia. You're all in the line of fire there. I didn't even see. Did Creighton win their game tonight? Let's take a look. That could be something right there, guys. Hard to tell. Cherokee. Could be something spinning up right there. Right in there. Creighton did win. Creighton won. Texas is up by 20 on Xavier. Ooh, Alabama got beat by South Dakota State. The Fighting Kawhi Leonards. Nice. That's awesome. Miami beat Houston as well. Man, a couple number 1 seeds going down. Exciting stuff. I did not watch. I wanted to, but I was tired and I took a snooze. Took a little break from live streaming and was watching another streamer while I was laying down. Somebody in a comment said that Reed Timmer transported two victims to a hospital earlier. It's Creighton's first Elite Eight in program history. Very nice. Oh. I think this is a new tornado warning. Yeah, right in here. That's a couplet right there. You can see how this is nice and tight and close together. You got some red and greens real close together here. Doesn't look like we have a CC drop, thankfully, right now. I don't think. But that could change if this keeps going. Let's go ahead and take a look at the new details. 2 minutes ago, Memphis tornado warning for southeastern Chickasaw County and northeastern Mississippi, southern Etowah County, and Monroe County, all in Mississippi. At 10:37 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Treblock, or 9 miles south of Okolona, moving east at 65 miles per hour. Man, that's only 5 miles from 70. That is moving. Got the locations impacted here: Emory, Aberdeen, Okolona, Smithville, Prairie, New Salem, New Wren, Hatley, Gatman, Quincy, Turon, Egypt, Wise Gap, Woodren, McCondy, Buena Vista, Sipsey Fork, Becker, Splunge, and Athens. Put this in motion and kind of watch as it moves through. And I have this set on the slowest setting, I think, and it's still too fast for me to see. My eyes, man. It's just hard to, if you go back here, way back here, I think it's down here. Moving to the northeast, basically, so it's down here. Maybe here. That's what's confusing, is it looks like it should be up here. I think that's just radar goof. Maybe it just weakened for a moment, and then they turn it back into a couplet up here. Seems to be strengthening now. So that is the last update, I believe. And once again, this will be rain wrapped. Surprised this isn't out here, unless the velocity is just behind. Maybe it is. Unless there's something out here too. But it looks like You can see how this is a perfect hook. Even got a little bit of a notch right here. And you can see a embedded supercell right here. You have the hook right here. Supercell, bam, right there, right embedded in the line. So there could be something anywhere in this area right here. Rain wrapped, most dangerous at night. Moving really fast too, super fast. Let's go take a look up here by Cherokee again. That looks like it could be something in here. Yeah, see, I thought that was something right there. Just southeast of Cherokee. It kind of looks like that is a little bit of couplet. Maybe right in there. Rotation right in there. A little bit of a hook right there. Kind of looks like to me. Oh, let's see if there's any upgrades here. Shoe buddy. Shoe buddy. Hey, I got 5 subscribers now. Thank you to all my subscribers. Nothing wrong with that. We're growing, baby. We're growing. Slowly but surely. We're like the little turtle that could. All right, new radar scan. Let's see what we got. Could be something in here. Hard to tell. Probably there. A lot of wind and rain. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good at all. Yikes. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Where is... I can't tell. Is that... Yikes. I think that's another tornado, guys. Okay, so I think we got another one down, or at least some really strong rotation here, cranking up again. Oh, man, that's bad. Yikes. That's not good at all. Yeah, I think this is down. I think this might be the debris ball. It's hard to tell. It's not very... Usually you can really tell. I mean, that might be it. Yeah, that might be it right there, guys. I think this is down. Keep in mind, this is moving at 70 miles an hour almost. So if you're anywhere near Amory, Smithville, Oklahoma, you need to be in your tornado shelters underground. This looks really big, just as big as the one earlier. This is the same storm, I think, just farther south and on the reverse side. So I think we got another one down again, guys. Once again, this is not good. Bad situation here. Wait for a radar update here. They might move this to... Oh, here we go. Confirmed. They just updated this, I think. Confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Wren, or 7 miles northwest of Aberdeen, moving east at 65. This is a particularly dangerous situation, so we definitely have a tornado confirmed. Once again, not good. That is not good at all. It looked like that was starting to go there. You can see it really ramped up there. And anytime it has these blues and greens, I mean, that's really, really, really strong rotation. And this basically just means that it's lofting debris into the air. Not good. Debris ball right there. I don't really know what's out here in this area. Maybe if we switch and go here. Here's where the tornado debris ball is. So Tranquil, you're close. I don't know. I mean, there could be some houses on these little, what looks like maybe some farm roads or country roads maybe. But it's definitely hitting something. Observed tornado right there. Confirmed large, extremely dangerous tornado. If you're anywhere in these areas or know anybody close to this area, please call them, text them, send the alarm. This looks like a big one again, guys. Not good. Not good at all. Latest radar scan. Getting real close to Lake Monroe, East Subdivision, Tranquil, Wren, Amory, Colonel Acres, Central Grove. You guys are right in the line of fire. Man, that is really bad. Wow. No good at all. It's just getting bigger. Man, that's not good. I want to keep an eye on this too. Be bad if they both go at the same time. Does have a hook in there. A lot of rain and wind in there. Hard to tell. Man, that is bad. I don't know where that Tranquil is on here. No bueno. So we put on the storm tracks. Looks like it's heading right towards, it's got a TVS on it, right towards Smithville, Amory, Hattville. Like I said, keep in mind, this thing is moving quick. 55, 60, 70 miles an hour. This is bad. Got a tornado emergency that just went out for Amory, Mississippi, Aberdeen, Mississippi, and Smithville, Mississippi. Tornado emergency, if you've never heard of that, is the highest warning for tornadoes that you can have. It basically means that a large, dangerous tornado is heading right towards your town. And like I said, this could be a F4, F3, F4, F5 tornado at night. And it's, 9 o'clock here in Arizona. So it's 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock there. Late at night, almost into the overnight hours. And this thing is going to be striking a town again if it keeps up. As a storm reporter at this time, it's a very helpless feeling. There's not anything that I can really do besides talk and try to get this out. That's why I want you guys to please like and subscribe and share the channel, because in these events, I would like to start going live and getting the word out to these people and their families even if it helps one person, that's all I care about. I just want to try to do my best to help people. And this is my passion, I feel like I've watched enough about this stuff and I've learned enough about it. That I know enough about it to just try to report it, try to get some awareness on it. This is not a good situation. Prayers and thoughts are going out to everybody involved. That's a very, very large debris ball. This is literally the tornado throwing debris anywhere from the surface up to, the Mayfield, Kentucky tornado was throwing debris like 20 or 30,000 feet into the air. That's one of the strongest and craziest tornado reports I've ever heard in my life. Sometimes some of these tornadoes, I don't know how they don't immediately get an F5 rating just by their size and, it's just nuts. This looks like the Mayfield radar. This is exactly what it looked like. The tornado was out in front of the line right like this. It's weird. It says it's back here, but if you look at the actual reflectivity, I would bet it's in here. That's the thing too, is it's going to be rain wrapped. You're not going to see this thing coming. Yeah, see how this is way out here? Wow, that's really big. That is huge. Wow. See how this is really getting dark blue? Earlier, I was almost having a hard time seeing it, but look how much bigger and darker it's getting. Look how big that is. That is just huge. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a mile wide tornado. Wow. We are looking at, this could be historic. This is insane. Amory, you are about to take a direct hit. This thing is moving at 50, 60, 70 miles an hour. Tornado emergency. Amory, Mississippi, Smithville, Mississippi. Got the storm tracks going here. If we look at the distance, not very far from you. It's probably already there. I'm not even going to deal with that. Hatley, you're not out of the woods. Smithville, anywhere up here. Tremont, you better start getting ready. Hamilton, Detroit. This is not good. Definitely not good. Wow. I'm almost speechless. All you can do is just sit here. That thing is huge. That is insane. Holy smokes. I'm getting goosebumps. Wow. Prayers for Amory, Smithville. It's coming right at you. Unfortunately. Man. So we got tornado warnings for Colbert and Lauderdale in Alabama, Marion, Alabama, and Itawamba and Monroe counties in Alabama. Just real fast, I don't want to take my eyes off this other storm for too long. If we go up here, I still think this is just straight line winds. Man, 73. I think that means that moving it is like 73 miles an hour. That is insane. Looks like this might be moving just to the north of Amory. Hopefully Amory is not taking a direct hit. That would be fantastic. Smithville, you're definitely not out of the woods yet. If this is right, it's about 7 or 8 miles away from you. And it's, that's actually, let's do the edge of this. Maybe I'd say about 7 miles away from you. And this might be a little bit old, so it could be a little bit over here closer. So let's say 5 to 7 miles, maybe 4 to 7 miles. This tornado warning may be allowed to expire here soon, maybe. It's got 3 minutes left. Could be some strong rotation in there. Hard to tell if there's anything on the ground in there. It does have a TVS on it. Yeah, this really reminds me of the Mayfield, Kentucky tornado right here. It was out in front of a little line like this, and it had a hook on it like this. Let me actually see if I can find a picture of it. Kentucky tornado radar. Yeah, this. I mean, it's a little bit more of a hook, but if you look at this, and then we look at this, it has the same pronunciation a little bit. Same thing. Tornado's gonna be right in here, just north of Amory, moving quick. And the Mayfield one was moving at 50, 60 miles an hour too. Not too far. I think Mayfield is right up here. Here's Mayfield. This is probably, well, we can figure it out. It's this one. Maybe up here. Less than 200 miles, maybe? Yeah, maybe 150, 200 miles. Kind of moving away from it, though, so that's good. All right, so let's get back in here. I don't think the latest radar, man, that is so big. I just can't get over how big that is. Ginormous. Okay, so new tornado warning. Got to be a tornado. Northern Marion County, northwestern Alabama. So now we're getting into Alabama. Confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located over Amory, moving northeast at 60 miles an hour. That's very fast. Life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely. Complete destruction is possible. Locations impacted include Hamilton, Hackleburg, Weston, Bear Creek, Tessner, Bird, Bexar, Pig-Eye, Scottsville, and Upper Bear Creek Reservoir. To repeat, a large, extremely dangerous, and potentially deadly tornado is on the ground. To protect your life, take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows if you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle. Move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. So this could turn into a tornado emergency if this thing stays on the ground for these towns out ahead of this: Hamilton, Hackleburg, Phil Campbell. And Phil Campbell was hit by a very large tornado in the April 27, 2011 tornado outbreak, where Tuscaloosa and Birmingham were hit really hard. That day was insane. And there were some people that thought this could be like this a little bit today. Earlier, I think there was some capping inversion that was going on. I saw a couple of guys talking about temperature differentials in some areas that were causing some issues, but obviously now this has tapped into some different energy. Oh, wow, look at this. It's moving on to Smithville quick. And that made a jump. Look at that. That last jump was from here to there. Wow. That's a big jump. And I think this is debris that's starting to fan out of the tornado. It almost looks like an eagle or a bird. See that on that last clip? That looks like a bird. Caca. Caca. My drawings are terrible. Hey, Carl. Come up, check out the tornado. Very large and dangerous tornado heading right for Smithville. If you know anybody in the area, please call them. Send the alarm. People need to be underground. Take their proper precautions. This is bad. This is behind. This has this over Amory, and it's already up here by Smithville. Is the velocity different? No, velocity is a little bit behind. This will be impacting Smithville anytime. If you're out in front of this thing, take your proper precautions. No bueno. Did they let that other one? Is this a new tornado warning? think this just came out a few minutes ago. Tornado warning for northern Limestone County and north central Alabama, east Lauderdale County and northwestern Alabama, east central Colbert County and northwestern Alabama, and north central Lawrence County. I think this is kind of an extension. A severe thunderstorm was capable of producing a tornado was located near St. Florian or near Florence, moving east at 60 miles an hour. I think this is just kind of an extension of the one that was over here earlier, down by Tuscumba. Let's take a look at the velocity on this. Oh, wow. Definitely not looking good. Yeah, it's definitely ramping up in there. That's not looking good at all. Hard to tell if there's anything on the ground in there, but keep in mind if this was on the ground in here, definitely going to have a lot of rain and rain wraps, so you won't see it coming. So take your proper precautions if you're in the area, as always. And look at that. I mean, that's the debris ball within the reflectivity. That's insane. Smithville's about to take a direct hit, or at least it might just clip it to the south. If we go over to Radar Omega, might be able to see the actual town streets a little bit better and see where. Let's see. Turn that off. Oh, it's already moved past Smithville, so slow this down. Tornado emergency. Man, that is so big. Put this in motion, we'll be able to see which part of Smithville it impacted. It looks like it just clipped. Hard to tell. I wish I could slow it down or stop it. Oh, I guess you can. I think you can pause it. So here it's coming to the south. Yeah, it's hard to tell. It doesn't look like a very big town. It almost looks like they just clipped it to me. But obviously it's still throwing a lot of debris in the air. Not good. Definitely not good at all. So it's past Smithville now. Looks like. No bueno. Probably have another tornado emergency coming out here soon. If there's other towns that will be impacted here. Like Turon, I wouldn't be surprised. Turon's right in the path. Oh man, it's just about to hit Turon right now. That's not good. Look how big that thing is, guys. That is ginormous. Man. It's one thing I do like about Omega a little bit better is you can see some of these other small towns. I don't know why you can't see them on here, even if you zoom in. Maybe if I changed. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that, to be honest with you. This thing isn't showing any signs of giving up anytime soon. We could be talking real bad here. All these places out in front of here, you want to be taking your precautions. I mean, seriously, this thing is giving me Mayfield, Kentucky vibes all over again. Not good. Let's see if there is. Just one tornado has gone 200 miles, maybe more. CBS in Birmingham has gone split screen for a tornado warning. Are they aware that what they're taking away from us? This is a radar display of lofted debris as the tornado passed through the Smithville area. This was the bird that we talked about, which I'm sorry if I use humor to get through things. So I'm not trying to take anything away from the seriousness of this. This tornado has been so violent so long that it's spinning out debris at high altitudes. That's why I talked about with the Mayfield. That's why it's reminding me of this. Is a very strong tornado. Tonight has been a rough one. Sadly, fatalities have been confirmed and people are still trapped from prior tornadoes. We still have warnings in effect, including a tornado emergency. I will be awake for this entire event. Tornado in Smithville, textbook tornado hook formation. I was trying to see if there's any like pictures or video. Look at all that. That's just insane. Amber was probably hit by a destructive tornado, same storm that spawned the Rolling Fork tornado. Not good, my friends. Not good. Velocity in the radar looked behind from where the tornado actually is. I guess this hasn't updated very much either. I don't think. Yeah, so this is farther out ahead. Looks like it might hit Turon as well. So you can see on here we have the pink. This is a tornado emergency. Like I said earlier, tornado emergency is the highest warning that you can have for tornadoes. A tornado emergency means there's a large, dangerous, long track tornado on the ground that's been observed and confirmed by radar and damage reports and storm spotters that call it in. If you're out in front of this line or know your like family or friends in this area, going on to these towns over here: Hamilton, Pleasant Ridge, Barnesville, Bexar, Bayer, Scottsville, Pig Eye, even up here by Phil Campbell, Shady Grove, Bear Creek, Hodges, Vina, Isabel, Halltown, Red Bay, anywhere over here that could be affected by this. I know maybe I was getting a little bit expanded there. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the word out. But look how big that is, guys. That is very large and dangerous tornado. A lot of rotation in there. Moving on a little bit more. Let's see if we got an update here. Okay, so this is a kind of updated here. It's not as pronounced. Not as blue, I should say. See how that's a deep dark blue. And this is what the guys were talking about. You have all the debris that's being fanned out. This thing is launching debris pretty far, which is not good. So I believe that Turon town may have just gotten hit. Definitely some different little areas of farm roads and different country roads. I don't know this area very well. Never been there. But this thing is tracking this way towards Bayer. Wouldn't be surprised if we have another tornado emergency here pretty soon, because this thing is moving 50, 60, 70 miles an hour. So they're going to want to get this warning out ahead of time. There's already a tornado warning over here with a confirmed terminology on it, which is good, but we want to get a tornado emergency possibly for a town like Bayer, which it looks like this could be going right at it. See, like you can't see Bayer on there, but let's just have Let's see. How do we? Let me try to open this fresh. What you doing, Carl? So we put. Yeah, it looks like that's less than 10 miles. That's not very far. I don't know what some of this stuff is. Oh, okay. So let's say this is moving at 60. I don't know what that meant. So it does look like it's either weakening or maybe just hitting less things, which could be good. Let's also check these other ones. I don't want to forget about other areas here. It could be affected up here. Storm relative. Go back a couple. It looks like that was definitely trying her. There's definitely some strong winds up there. For sure. Still getting pummeled with rain and wind, and that does look never mind. But this is our main area of concern right here. With a large, dangerous lawn track tornado on the ground. Looks like at the moment, right in here. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. What's going on there, Carl? What's up there, partner? Let's see here. It almost looks like it's either weakening or fanning out or something like that. Let's go back a couple of. So here's where it was, tracking along that. So you can see how there's no blue circle there anymore. This is definitely still debris in the air, I think. But that may be a good sign that the tornado is either weakening. There's definitely still some really strong velocities, but you can see that this couplet, I don't think, is even quite as tight as it was. Could be wrong. Could be reading that wrong. I'm not sure. Hard to tell. Definitely still some strong rotation in there, though. Let's see if there's any updates on this. At 11:07 p.m., that's about 10 minutes ago. So we still have it confirmed on this. PDS. Salem. Observed. So Bears looks like it's in the line of fire right now. But I also don't see anything on the ground right now, I don't think. Could be wrong. Hard to tell. We'll definitely keep monitoring it here. Definitely still a possibility of that being in there, though. Rain wrap tornado. I think that familiar where it would be in here still. If it's the case of what it was earlier, where it was in here, probably in here or here, maybe up here. Hard to tell. I think the velocity and I think that's a little behind. Sorry if I scared you, Carl. It's just a water bottle. Just a water bottle, my man. So on Facebook, meteorologist Eric Graves, 24 minutes ago, said, goodness, 190 to 200 miles per hour gate-to-gate shear. Amory, Mississippi is about to. Please be in shelter. 1.5 mile debris wide. 1.5 mile wide debris ball. That's insane. Oh. Come here. What's going on there, buddy? Dude, these lights are making it hot up here. Well, the latest scan, I still don't see a CC drop or debris ball. Be right back. What's going on there, Bubs? Okay. Okay. Some stuff around here. Okay, let's see. We're back. My hair, man. Get back to the radar here. There we go. Looks like a couple of tornado warnings just being updated now. Make sure I can still hear myself on here. Sounds like it. Make sure I can still hear myself on here. All right, good to know. All right, so let's take a look here. Okay, so we got a new tornado warning for the Phil Campbell area that we mentioned earlier. And so now they moved it to, instead of confirmed tornado, it says severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Weston or near Hamilton, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. That is good news. That means that we no longer probably have a tornado on the ground, which is the best news. We don't see any debris ball on the ground anymore, but still a dangerous situation. Still have some rotation and vorticity and spin back here in this area. But this is good. You can see this bow echo here. You got some strong damaging winds in here. Still a ton of rain tracking over this area. That, I mean, way down here, this is the area that the tornado went through earlier. But look at all this rain that's tracking over the same area. You know, that's way up here already. This thing is moving so fast. It's insane. And then we can check on this one up here again for Lauderdale and Limestone counties in Alabama, set to expire in about 15 minutes. Has some broad rotation in there. I don't see anything too concerning at the moment with that. Go ahead and turn storm tracks off for now. This could tighten up again. You never know. Have to keep an eye on it. Definitely sending prayers to everybody that was affected earlier by Anne-Marie. I know it came through here, moving pretty quick. Anne-Marie, and then Smithville. Pretty crazy. Been a crazy night. Probably a little bit more active overall than some thought it was going to be based off of the earlier stuff that was going on earlier today. Man, Ryan Hall has a storm chase or storm victim. Storm victim, like, you know, money raising thing up on his stream, and it's up over $100,000. That's amazing. I just want to give a big shout out to everybody that's donated to that, and for Ryan for putting that on his stream. I mean, anything that anybody can do to help. I wish I knew how to do that stuff, but I'm very new to this streaming thing. I just know stuff, how to read radar and stuff like that a little bit here and there, and I probably still make mistakes here and there, but I'm hoping to learn and do my best to get information out and all that stuff. But definitely a big shout out and props to Ryan and all the people that have donated. Once again, any kind of first responder, any kind of human interaction that you can have down there, any kind of help and assistance that you can offer. All the storm chasers that are down there reporting this stuff and going to search and rescue. Definitely want to give a big shout out and pat on the back to those people that they don't hear it enough, putting their lives in danger um, to help people, Okay, so Hackleberg, Phil Campbell, Hodges. I hate to say it, but I'm just being honest, and I'm not trying to scare anybody, but just more to raise awareness. And this storm has had a history of recycling and putting out large tornado after large tornado. So I hope it's done for the night. I just want to say that. It's a lot of rain. Hopefully we're winding down on the tornado threat for the night. Never know what'll happen, but hopefully can definitely always hope for the best overall. So we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 severe thunderstorm warnings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even getting to the Bowling Green, Kentucky area. Still have some flash flood warnings up here, back here. A lot of these areas have just been getting rain, tracked and stomped over the same areas. If you hopping on the channel, just want to encourage you to like and subscribe and share the stream so we can get information out to as many people as possible. Oh, man. Just there may be some times where I kind of quiet down for a second just so I can kind of wait for everything to update, kind of wait for the next scans to come in, see if there's anything else to update on. Might check my phone for Twitter sometimes, see if there's any updates on there. Wow. There's a guy in a tornado group on Facebook that I am reporting. It says the tornado near Smithville that we saw earlier live on stream with the debris ball. It says reported to be around 2 miles wide. The largest ever recorded in history is the El Reno, Oklahoma tornado in 2013, which was 2.6. Another commenter says, I've never seen a radar signature like that. Absolutely insane. There was some moments where I felt like I was speechless. Meteorologist Eric Graves on Facebook says, per Amory, Mississippi Fire Department, North Amory is gone. So when we were watching that earlier, I do think it got clipped, maybe not completely destroyed, but North Amory, which I don't think it's a very big town in the first place, North Amory is gone, it said. So prayers and thoughts go out to everybody there. And like I said, just huge shout out to all the people that are working hard, probably in the rain and the wind, with the possibility of anything else happening tonight too. Just big shout out and props to all the first responders, anybody that goes into search and rescue to help with these things financially, physically, emotionally, supportive. This is the stuff that just kills you as a storm reporter. I always say that the perfect thing to happen, in my opinion, with tornadoes is, like, if I was going to storm chase and see a tornado, how I want it to happen is You want that thing to just sit in a field and not do any damage to anybody's lives or property. At least if it's sitting in a field, not doing any damage to those things, that's the best case scenario if there is a tornado, Obviously, the best case scenario is no tornadoes at all, but none of us can control the weather. Mother Nature is, she's a beast of its own. And with all due respect. All right, so let's take a little look here, see if there's any updates here. That could be starting to do something there, maybe, within the rain there. That looks like some very strong winds north of Hackleburg, but that's a little concerning right there. Still have that Bow Echo region here. Probably some straight line winds in there, pushing out. Some of that could tighten up as well. But you have this line, a lot of just wind and rain and hail, I would imagine. Now that is the arrow of a lifetime right there. If you're watching, I hope you get a chuckle out of that. That's probably my best artiste of the year right there. I don't think this has had a new scan quite yet. We're gonna give that a minute and see if that changes at all. Man, been a crazy day. Wow. Oh, man, I'm getting tired. It's wearing me out. Does look like they let that other tornado either expire or drop up here. So that's good news. Like I said, this looks like it's weakening a little bit. Or turning into just a rain and wind event up there. So that's good. So it looks like this, this area here, we still have some areas of rotation in here. That almost looks like it's starting to ramp back up again, unfortunately. Just northeast of Hackleburg. Hard to tell, but it could be recycling. Hoping that it's not. But this is the same storm that's been causing issues all night for people in the past. Yeah, this is concerning to me right here. I don't think this is good. Another streamer that I'm watching he's got different, looks like storm chasers or also some different traffic cams of the areas that were hit earlier. And there's one, Humphreys County, Mississippi. I'm assuming was it Rolling Fork that got hit earlier? I think is what the town's called. So there's a new mesoscale discussion that just came out from the National Weather Service. Probably pull that out on. Is that on here? Here we go. Okay, so this was at 11:36, about 10 minutes ago. Risk for a few tornadoes continues, but probably will gradually lessen with storms overspreading the region through 2 to 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time. So I think it's 11:45 there now. Discussion: stronger convection appears to be gradually consolidating on the leading edge of the lower to mid tropospheric cooling across northeastern into central Mississippi as this progresses eastward. And the associated mid-level troughing continues northeastward through the middle Mississippi Valley and Ozark Plateau vicinity. Large clockwise curved low-level photographs across east central Mississippi into northern and central Alabama are forecast to gradually chin more linear through 7 to 08Z, which would be 1 to 2 to 3 in the morning, I believe, which is good. Sounds like the tornado risk is still there right now, but should be weakening here shortly into the morning to overnight hours. It remains unclear the extent to which low-level thermodynamic profiles will continue to support tornadic supercells. it is possible that tornado risk associated with the convection spreading into northern Alabama has peaked. However, at least some risk for additional tornadoes probably lingers, along with continuing risk for damaging wind gusts several more hours. So thank you to the National Weather Service for your continued work and putting out a mesoscale discussion for that, keeping everybody informed. Oh, tornado warning's gone. So that's good. This still looks concerning to me, but maybe it'll get rewarned if it recycles. But so at this time, we don't have any tornado warnings. Looks like they've all been allowed to expire. So hopefully that's what's happening is we have more of a linear mode. Even some of this is not as quite red as before. It's still definitely some heavy rains in here, but hopefully we're just getting into more rain, wind, and hopefully we're getting out of the severe tornado threat. Hopefully, knock on wood. So if we go into Radar Omega, can probably go, let's see.
From somebody complaining because I'm not talking to Ryan about this, I'm going to lose it.
I know that was Vince Welty's voice and talking to Brandon Kopic.
I'll tell you about one of
his. This is one of the chasers that the other streamer has on, and I think earlier he was the one that was by all of the emergency vehicles. So here's Rolling Fork that got hit really hard earlier. They may be driving up here to Silver City. Chula got hit. Winona got hit. I don't know where that other town went. Yeah, I was kind of hoping maybe there's some more other storm chasers down here so we could look and see. Maybe we can kind of keep track with these guys and see what they're up to. Problem is, I just don't know without the permission. I don't know if you can put them on your stream or not. Without, I don't want to get in trouble or anything like that. That would cause issues. So I definitely want to give a big shout out to everybody that's out there chasing and reporting and doing search and rescue, trying to help people. It's obviously a very big part of storm chasing. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 severe thunderstorm warnings. Alabama, Tennessee. Is it just those states now? This stuff is still in Mississippi. This is Alabama. You even got some stuff here between Birmingham and Tuscaloosa, but most likely just some little pop-up storms. Been streaming for 2 hours. Not bad. Okay, let's see here. Come here, girl. Come here, girl. Well, I think I'm going to sign off for now. Take a break. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Please like and share and subscribe to the channel so we can get the word out to more people. And hopefully I won't have to come back on tonight without any more tornado warnings. Keep an eye on the weather. If you have any friends or family in the area, give them a text. Make sure they're all right. Definitely send in prayers to anybody that's affected by the earlier big tornadoes. And once again, thanks to all the responders in any way, any capacity, any human that has an interaction with someone to help them tonight. I just wanted to give you a big shout out. Know that you're appreciated, even from afar. And I hope that even if I helped one person tonight with this reporting and hopefully in the future, I definitely that's what I'm kind of going for. And I hope that happened. And thank you for anybody that watched, even if it was just for a few seconds. So signing off. Have a great night, all. Hopefully I won't have to come back on tonight, but I will if it gets bad again. Have a great night.